Tesla CEO Elon Musk is unhappy with the Democratic senators. Elon Musk angrily said they have become the party of division and hate. So I can no longer support them and I will vote Republican. Even Elon Musk challenged House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and at the same time exposed her corrupt behavior. Before we start the video, please support and subscribe to the channel and ring that icon bell so you don't miss any of our interesting videos in the future. In a closed-door interview, Elon Musk shared about issues related to the Speaker of the House of Representatives during their time in public office. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi piled up massive wealth. We see President Trump's net gain while in office at zero, yet Nancy Pelosi's net gain at $191 million. The implication is that Pelosi has enriched herself as a public servant. Pelosi is one of Congress's wealthiest members and her financial disclosures show household assets between $57 million and $271 million. But the claim about her wealth gain isn't supported. There's not enough information in her public disclosures to show her net worth or how much it grew during her time in the House. However, in one way the gain would be close to $191 million. Pelosi has been a member of Congress for 34 years, a period during which the size of the U.S. economy more than doubled, the stock market grew more than 1,500% and property values around Pelosi's hometown of San Francisco skyrocketed in tandem with the rise of Silicon Valley and the internet. Pelosi's been in Congress since 1987 when members were paid $89,500. Today as a Speaker, Pelosi earns $223,500. As a minority leader, Pelosi would have reached $193,400, but her salary from a 34-year career in Congress, including 18 years as minority leader and speaker, doesn't tell the whole story about the personal wealth she and her husband have built. Most of Pelosi's wealth is attributed to the success of her venture capitalist and real estate tycoon husband Paul Pelosi, whom she married in 1963. His firm Financial Leasing Services has a track record of wise investments in companies like Facebook, Apple and Walt Disney Company. According to a July 2021 report by Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Glenn Greenwald, Pelosi traded more than $33 million of tech stocks in the past 2 years. The couple also owns several commercial properties that generate rental income in the same range and hold investments in undeveloped real estate. An example of this broad range is the value for Pelosi's St. Helena, California estate on Zinfandel Lane. According to her financial disclosure forms, the property is valued between $5 million and $125 million. Interestingly, she makes between $5,000 and $15,000 from selling the grapes grown in their vineyard and collects between $15,000 to $50,000 in rent from a townhouse she and her husband own in Napa Valley. Another rental property brings in about $50,000 at the ski resort of Norton, California, and that property is worth between $1 million and $5 million. Among the couple's shared properties is an estate in Northern California's stunning wine country, a home in San Francisco and a condominium in Washington, D.C. However, one big question arises: where did Nancy Pelosi's husband get his venture capital? Well, it's hard to cast no doubt on Nancy Pelosi's fortune. In addition, Nancy Pelosi buys Tesla, calls and stands to benefit from the new Biden EV plan. The U.S. Congress member's ability to buy and sell stocks has been controversial over the years. One of its most important prominent members made some purchases in December that could benefit from the new Biden administration. Speaker of the House and California Representative Nancy Pelosi purchased 25 call options from Tesla. The purchases could have been done by Pelosi or her husband Paul, who runs the venture capital firm. The options were bought at a stake price of $500 and expiration of March 18, 2022. Pelosi paid between $500,000 and $1 million for the options. The purchases by Pelosi are questionable, as arguments could be made that the company stand to benefit from new President Joe Biden's agenda. Biden's press for electric vehicles, which could include lifting the cap on sales, would give buyers tax credits again and is advantageous for Tesla. The president has also suggested a cash for clunkers program that could incentivize customers to trade in used vehicles and purchase an electric car. Pelosi could now have a conflict as she works to pass clean energy initiatives from which her family could profit. In addition, Elon Musk has declared not only war on Nancy Pelosi on the financial side but also on the political side. Recently, Rick Caruso, ex-Republican backed by Elon Musk, surges in the Los Angeles mayoral race. On the other hand, Base, a well-known California congresswoman, has gained support from top Democrats like House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. The recent poll shows that Base and Caruso are likely headed to a November runoff. A candidate needs more than 50% of the vote to win the election, which isn't expected for either Democrat, with 38% of support from likely Democratic voters. Base has the edge over Caruso, who's backed by 32% according to a poll from the University of California, Berkeley and the Law Times in April. Caruso had 24% to Base's 23%. Elon Musk endorsed Caruso, a rare move from the Tesla CEO, who spent the past few weeks publicly criticizing the Democratic Party, vowing to vote Republican. But Musk isn't the only high-profile figure to back the billionaire, who's run a campaign on fixing the city's homelessness and rising crime rates. Caruso, a self-described centrist, pro-job, pro-public safety Democrat, has been endorsed by Kim Kardashian, rapper Snoop Dogg and actress businesswoman Gwyneth Paltrow. Caruso and Base are running to fill the vacancy created after President Joe Biden nominated Mayor Eric Garcetti to the U.S. ambassador to India. The endorsements are only a glimpse of the immense media attention the two frontrunners have attracted since Caruso announced his candidacy in February. The former Republican became a Democrat in January, just weeks before announcing his mayoral bid. Caruso has spent more than $39 million of his own money funding his campaign and flooding the airwaves with ads. Meanwhile, Base supporters have frantically spent the last weeks pointing to her rival switching parties and record donating to anti-abortion politicians. So what's Nancy Pelosi's next plan? Let us know your comments below. And that's the end of today's episode. We'd like to take time to thank you for your support of Tesla fans. Don't hesitate to comment below the video if you have any thoughts about this episode, and if you find our videos interesting, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel and share the video. We'll see you next time. Music, you.